Hello, this is George Senda, the real, official, authentic, original, the one, the only, the official, the guy from Pittsburgh. And some idiot just left a comment, which I reported. Stop beating Kathy. This is the 11th day I've been locked in my apartment. I'm going to go to the hospital, get tested for COVID. You have to have two negative COVID tests in 24 hours. Go get food because if I eat one more can of soup, I'm going to scream. The ramen that Kathy got at Costco, God knows why, is terrible, so I left it downstairs. They're sealed. It won't be a problem for anybody. Except for coughing up stuff, I am fine. And except for seeing Kathy outside the door briefly on Halloween, I haven't seen her for 2 weeks. And she was 6 feet away. I got her to move the container that was blocking the screen door, and I apologized to her, and we made up, and now she's going through a great deal of pain, and I had nothing to do with this. She has a bad tooth, and so Patty's taking her to the dentist. It's time to pull the tooth or get it filled or whatever it is. So I don't see Kathy but once a month on or about the first of the month when we have money. So she came over with food. That was a disaster because I had fed Mama Cat and Kitten, and the dishes were in front of the screen door. And when she brings her cart up, she doesn't look what she's doing. She jammed the plastic container under my screen door. I couldn't get out. And I had visions in the back of my mind. What if there's an earthquake? What if there's a fire? What if the ceiling collapses because the water main breaks? Or something else happens. I don't know what, alien invasion. I can't get out, neither can the cats. So there are times I lose my temper at Kathy for not listening to me. But we've been together 45 years. And there's times I tell her something to do because it's the right thing to do. And I want her to do it, and she just ignores it. The other day, she got on the phone, called me up, 5 solid minutes of nonstop talking. And the only way I could get in there word in edgewise is cut the phone off, recall her, say my piece, and then there was silence. And I said, I'm not mean to you, but when I tell you to do something, I expect you to do it because I can't. I can't unblock a door from the other side unless I cut the screen out and reach down my hand and maybe pull a container that looks just like this out from underneath the door. Because when she moved the cart and then she had the coat over her head, which is one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen her do, she wouldn't take the coat off. I'm going to get sick. You're not going to get sick. I've got a mask on. You've got a mask on. I'm all the way back here by the bed. The door's open, but the front door's open. The screen door's closed. I can't get the door open. She finally listened to me. Took about 20 minutes to get her to take the coat off her head. She could not see anything. She was like this. And then she moved the container. And if she'd done that in 30 seconds, that's all it would take. Walk about 6 feet, pick the thing up, unjam the door, and go out and get my food and cat litter and whatever it was. And then she goes on her way. And then she argued me about feeding Tiny One. I said, look, I was too sick to feed Tiny One. Tiny One is starving. Tiny One, the cat, has to be fed. She hasn't eaten in 2 days. Why do I have to do it? Because you're there and I can't go out. So, but Kathy and I have lived together 6 times. This is why we don't live together. We get into arguments. We get into fights. We always make up. But I don't beat her. I don't physically molest her. I don't even see the woman. You people need to knock it off. You trolls need to shut the hell up, including the one that lives in the swamp. Oh, go do this for Kathy. Go do that for Kathy. Don't tell me what to do with my girlfriend. I will deal with it in my own manner, which I did. Now, she called me this morning at I don't know, 7:30 or 8:30 in the morning to tell me about her tooth after I had a great deal of trouble sleeping. I had trouble sleeping for one reason because Fluffy was sitting here, little girl was sleeping on my leg, and I started getting too hot because I had multiple flannel sheets on top of me, bedding, blankets. It got real cold. It was 42 last night. Tonight will be 39. So after Kathy called, I passed out. Then I couldn't get back to sleep. So, it's hard to interact with someone under normal circumstances, but I haven't seen her when she came over and brought cat litter, some pastries, the ramen that I couldn't eat. It was terrible. And a bottle of Lysol, and I believe that was it. Oh, no, she didn't give me soup. Um, I actually physically saw her for about 30 seconds. She never came in here. And I went out, took the stuff off the cart. She jammed the cups of soup in the cardboard container in the bottom of the cart. Plus, on the way on Bart, she lost her house keys, which are in a plastic baggie, and she left her Trader Joe's freezer bag on Bart. And I said to her, "Why wasn't it in the cart?" I thought it was. So that's gone. She finally got in the house after 4 days because she managed to get into her apartment. The cats were starving. I was very worried about Cleo and Caesar. I love Kathy very much. I would never do anything to physically hurt her. I don't try not to do anything to emotionally hurt her. Sometimes my temper gets the best of me, but when I tell you move the plastic dish so I can get out, I don't think there's an issue here. I'm not near the door. I deliberately stepped back away from the door. She wouldn't have any fear of getting infected. And then with an N95 mask on covering my entire face, it's unlikely in seconds she would get infected because nothing was coming out. I had real trouble breathing with that thing because all the breath goes back inside of you. And then it gets wet. So, 11 days of quarantine. I'm better, except that during the night, because it's so cold in here, it was 60 degrees in here at 5:30 in the morning, 65 in the bedroom. It was 42 outside. It gets very cold in here, and I was coughing up stuff. But other than that, I'm fine. I'm not having headaches anymore. My eyes are burning, but they always burn because of pollen and dry eye. So that's it. I don't beat my girlfriend. It isn't on my top 100 list of things to do today. It never occurs to me to do it, and you need to shut the hell up, trolls, and go pick on somebody else. Preferably the fleas that infest your body. All right, this is George Senda, the guy from Pittsburgh. Have a great day. Stay safe. Cold weather all week at night, and then next week rain again. So got to go out and get food and get tested, and hopefully I'll have 2 negative tests, and I can go out amongst humanity. It very frustrates me. I had 9 negative COVID tests, and then suddenly I get COVID. And had to reschedule my doctor's appointment. I do my orthopedic surgeon appointment, yay, and they can evaluate me for a wheelchair at last, electric scooter. And then I have to schedule my colonoscopy. They want same day tests with that. They did the thing with put the thing up your nose, which hurts like hell, and they had a result in about 3 minutes. So at least at John Muir, they're fast, unlike the county that took 2 weeks for a test result when I had one last year. All right, that's it for this one. Bye-bye for now.